Welcome! I'm Lucy T, and you're watching Lucy T WWE, my unmissable weekly recaps of Raw and SmackDown, where I force my undebatable opinions of WWE happenings upon you. You're welcome. Raw had an amazing opening with the Shield officially back together, coming on down the ring through the crowd, old school Shield style. Okay, Miz TV was pretty good this week. Surprisingly, a Curtis Axel chant broke out, and he's all chuffed with himself, and the Miz is V-proud like a mom in a toddler beauty pageant. The Bar and Braun Strowman are the guests on Miz TV, and if you remember from last week, Kurt Angle somehow approved an extra person, Braun Strowman, to make the Miz and the Bar's match at TLC against the Shield a handicap match. Still don't understand why, though. That decision is the very opposite of integrity. So this week on Miz TV, the Miz is saying, 3 on 4? Why not 3 on 5? Dean is like, fuck it. We can take on however many people. Lunatic fringe. They come to a fair stipulation that Roman and Braun will have a steel cage match as Raw's main event. And if Braun wins, then the Miz can have a fifth partner. What? Which ends up being Kane. More on that later. I thoroughly enjoyed Cesaro's voice because it is getting a lot worse. I am also very pleased that Alicia Fox is getting a push, or is the boss getting a pull? They have a very quick match that Sasha Banks wins, but then Alicia goes apeshit backstage and attacks Sasha and pushes the referee, yelling at him, "You're not my dad!" Daddy issues much? I got problems. Yeah, I see that. Alicia Fox has been in the WWE for like 10 years, and so she finally needs to be doing something. Shit, or get off the pot, am I right? Cruiserweights are no longer the main event. Also, it seems like Enzo has friends now. Kalisto and Enzo have a good jaunt on the mic, and I think Enzo will actually help the other cruiserweights elevate their promo skills, since they will have to keep up with him, since he probably is actually what's driving them at the moment. Did anyone else notice, though, that Noam Dar put on Enzo's jean jacket over his own tracksuit jacket? Are they going steady or something? And he flipped Kalisto off. I know that used to not be a big deal in the Attitude Era, but it's a pretty good sized step away from PG, if you ask me. The Shield and the Bar also faced off on Raw for the tag team titles, and it was magical. Not only did the Shield win thanks to Dean's dirty deeds, but every time Cesaro tried to yell at them, it was hilarious. This was also kind of funny. Braun was standing around basically chit-chatting with Curtis Axel in the Bar, and Curtis is like, "I want Roman. I want to beat him up." Braun is like, "So go and find him then, and beat him up then." So the Miz is like, "Where is Curtis Axel?" And they're like, "He went to go beat up Roman." And Miz is like, "No." So the Miz runs and finds Curtis Axel basically hanging upside down, all bruised and beaten up, presumably by the Shield. Who wouldn't be entertained by Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman in a steel cage match? One of my favorite parts was when Braun goes to body slam himself into Roman, but Roman moves out of the way at the last minute, and Braun ends up between the middle and the top ropes, like a heroin addict trying to stand up in the park, and they're just like, ugh. Roman starts to climb up the steel cage, but then the Bar is waiting for him at the bottom, so he's like, oh shit. Then the Shield comes out, and they're like, yo, we got your back, Roman. Get out of her, Bar. Wait, I thought Kurt Angle banned them all from ringside. Do you realize, though, that they're always so fast at climbing up to the top, but then when it comes time to actually get out, they're somehow so slow to climb down? This is where it gets juicy. The Shield and the Bar take the ringside brawl fighting backstage, throwing chairs, riding on dollies. Then Miz locks them out. At least he locked them all out and not just the Shield. Then Corey Graves is like, Braun stalking Reigns. On Instagram, yo, Braun, make sure you are careful and don't accidentally double tap on a really old photo. Roman goes for the Superman punch again, like third time. And Braun picks him up like Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing. red lights. Kane comes through the ring. It was actually really fucking scary. Kane gives Roman the tombstone, maybe some retribution for retiring his brother at WrestleMania. And The Miz is like, just if it's not clear, Kane is our fifth man. Oh. So that is why there was a distraction backstage away from the ring in the middle of a steel cage match. What is Kurt Angle's angle? Seriously, he seems more full of bullshit than integrity. Is he going to still allow for a fifth man even after banning everyone from ringside and everyone just ignored him? SmackDown this week was in Dan O'Brien's hometown, and I was not such a fan of his MC skills. Coming out to give an overview of the card because, something's going to end up changing somehow. Just as Dan O'Brien is saying he wants to have a word with Sami Zayn, Sami comes on down and starts telling Dan O'Brien that he loves him, but he's glad it's not him and calls him a housewife. He's like, I don't care, and I feel great for not caring anymore. So basically, Sami Zayn gives zero fucks. It's so good, though, because Dan O'Brien basically storms off, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are like, whoa, 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 where are you going? I'm going to find a couple dudes to punch you in the face. Which might be the greatest response to that question of all time, and I'm definitely going to start using it. Yes, yes. Then we have a 6-woman tag match, Becky, Charlotte, and Naomi versus Natalya, Tamina, and Lana. Shocker! The match overall is meh. But Charlotte wins from Lana's tap out. And after the match, there's a bit of chair throwing action with Charlotte and Natalya. So I hope that is setting up for a better match than we had at Hell in a Cell with them and continuing their beef to build out more. The Ascension continues their obsession and crushes on Breezango in a hilarious pulp fashion sketch. Would def watch this as its own series on the WWE Network. Just saying. Sin Cara defeats Baron Corbin by countout in like 45 seconds. Not really much else to say, but it's great to see Sin Cara back, though. That reminds me, check out my interview with Sin Cara I did for Yahoo Sports on my YouTube channel. Jinder! He starts telling a story of a really nosy, way too well-spoken little boy and announces he wants to face Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. So AJ Styles interrupts, which I am definitely happy about because now that the AJ Baron Corbin feud is basically over with, I'm hoping they put AJ on the path for the WWE title again. Rightfully so, though, the Phenomenal One loses his shit and Jinder and his karaoke boys run out of the ring scared of AJ Styles. Jinder sacrifices one of his karaoke boys to fight AJ next week. Do they even own ring gear? He seemed pretty scared, TBH. It's Rusev Day? Again? Only one thing left to do then. Celebrate! And New Day plays his entrance on Francesca. Wonder how long it took him to learn that. For the main event for SmackDown, we have Randy Orton and Shinsuke versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The highlight of this match, though, is Orton throwing Sami Zayn through the SmackDown announce table without even clearing it. But Sami and KO win, thanks to KO's distracting the ref and Sami punching Randy in the balls. Good thing Randy already has, 12 kids. Then they're like, hey, Daniel, what else you got for us, bro? And Dan O'Brien's like, I don't know. That will be up to Shane McMahon next week. And I think he was expecting a much bigger pop from the crowd, but, Shane's only been gone for less than 2 weeks. Sign of the week. Braun is 385 Live or gender neutral. I'm going to go with Braun is 385 Live because love the pun with gender neutral, but, gender hate. This week was also another toss-up. I can't just give Raw the win every week because the Shield's existence. Kane was pretty awesome. But then the Rusev and New Day sketch and all the Sami and KO goodness. So I'm going to have to go with Smacketh Downeth. And that wraps it up for this week. Make sure to check out my interview with Sin Cara. And don't forget to subscribe. Peace!